Hello, everybody. Welcome to week number 7 of Tailgate Game Day. Guy Wehman here, up here in the press box again. We have not been up here since maybe about week 2 or 3. Got a great show lined up for you. We're going to head up to Versailles. They're having their big Apple Festival. Year number 44 in the books for them. And a little town of 2,400 people, it expands and explodes to 33,000 people for the Apple Festival. That is right. Beautiful countryside here in the Show Me State, great apple pie and all kinds of food. We'll be talking with the director of their Chamber of Commerce. And then Rick Hasty comes in studio. We're going to be talking some college football as well. Head on over to Osage and talked with Lexi Dickerson of their softball team. Actually, we had all the seniors on the squad. It was senior night, by the way. That night when they played Richmond, they beat them 11-1. That team right now is on fire. And then what about Camdenton? Well, Camdenton softball with Tyler Dinsdale, they are seeded number 1 for the playoffs. Playoffs will start another week. We'll be talking with him over there as well. And then the golf team, Travis Squire, their team is positioned to go to the playoffs in the number 1 slot as well. So we've got some great athletes with us right here in the Lake of the Ozarks. And then Eldon Volleyball. We talked with Kaylee Lions, and she'll be kind of filling us in on what the program is going on up there. Well, thanks so much for joining us, and let's get started on Tailgate Game Day. Beautiful Versailles, Missouri, and I'll tell you what, this was established back in 1833. That's right, that's a long time ago. The historic courthouse is right behind us, and this weekend it's the Apple Festival here in Versailles. We've got Dina and Bryce here. How you doing, Dina?
Doing good. Just ready for this weekend. Yes.
And you're with the Chamber?
Yes, I am. I'm the Chamber Director, yes.
All right, and Bryce, how are you?
We're doing pretty good. Kind of getting ready for the weekend, getting everything all organized.
You know, we just spent a few minutes inside the Chamber office. We were talking about the history of Versailles and Morgan County and how all this came to be. But yet, this Apple Festival has been going on for, 47 years or something like that?
Well, it's actually been going on for 44 years. Of course, we lost a year with 2020, but yeah, it's 44 years. So, long time.
This is a big deal, isn't it, Bryce?
Yeah, well, I think we usually have close to 35,000 people here for that weekend. So it's a pretty big deal. Everyone comes when we're a smaller town like this, and then you get that many people in a weekend. It's a pretty big deal.
All right, let's do the math here. You come into Versailles, it says population 2,400 plus, and if you expand up to 33,000, wow.
Yeah, it gets pretty busy. You know, between us, the Apple Festival, and then of course you have the swap meet. There's just a lot of things going on this weekend, so they said I think we could kind of gamble on about 40,000 people coming through the intersection here in Versailles on Saturday, for sure.
Okay, Saturday's the big parade. That starts at 10 o'clock. That's one of the highlights.
Yeah, we start off at 10 with the parade, and then we have our vendor booths that open. And we also have live entertainment. We have 3 different stages on Saturday, and we just have a lot going on. And then we just recently started the Sunday event. So that's kind of something new in the last few years. And we have a church service on Sunday morning as well as some more live entertainment. So if you're looking for something to do this weekend, we have a lot going on, anything you're looking for especially.
Dina, I heard you talking in the chamber office about how many vendor booths you have, and you said something like you're almost sold out. Now, you're not quite there yet, but being at capacity, there's going to be a lot of things for people to see, people to buy.
Yeah. You know, I mean, we have on Sunday, we were looking. I had 233 vendors. We sold 353 spots, and like you just heard, I'm trying to get more in, but we are probably at the max capacity. But you have anything from fried pies to dog treats. I mean, just everything. There's so many vendors. People work very hard all year long trying to get their crafts done, and so this is just a great way to showcase them. But I think anything that you're wanting to look for, you're going to see on Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
Now, you couldn't be prejudiced because I asked you where is the best pie, and you said, well, if you start here and just start walking around, there's all these vendors.
Yeah, so, I mean, Bryce has, of course, with Save-A-Lot, they have the Apple Festival, like the Apple booth and stuff, so you can buy the apples, the apple cider. Then you have the caramel apples and then the fried apple pies. So, yeah, I mean, you're going to have a lot of apple options.
Johnny Appleseed, he planted that, and the myth is about that, but he was a real person. Went through Kentucky and all of that, but he obviously did something here in Missouri too, didn't he?
Yeah, we did have, the Apple Festival started because of an apple orchard that we had south of town, and it's since gone away, but it was a lot of business for this area, and they shipped apples all over the United States and even overseas and everything. So, I mean, that's kind of where it originated from, and it's just kind of built from there.
In addition to the apple pies and the caramel apples and everything, there's some good food as well.
We have a ton of food over the weekend. I mean, you got your barbecue, funnel cakes, all your fair food that you're looking for at a festival, and probably some more that you don't even know about.
I was talking to someone, and I said this is one of the most scenic areas of Missouri because, there's not a lot of super hills here, but it's just enough rolling, and you can see livestock and all kinds of just beautiful countryside that makes it the Show Me State.
Yeah, I mean, one of the big things about Versailles, and a lot of people travel to this area, is we have a very large Mennonite community. And so people will come in and they'll come to the chamber and they'll pick up the Mennonite booklets, and that is one of the things that with the Mennonite community and the chamber, we're building a good relationship. And so, you're kind of getting the best of both worlds there, and we just, we're all working together. So, yeah.
Okay, the shirt says back to the country. There's a reason that it says that, doesn't it?
Yeah, every year we pick a new theme and kind of just bringing all the roots back to the country. I mean, everyone's in the cities and all that. So kind of coming back to the country where we have here and just experiencing that and kind of what Versailles has to offer and just everything you can enjoy here, kind of like Dina was saying.
A true bit of Americana.
Yeah, for sure.
You drive through all these towns, Dina, and this is 2,400. The next one might be, 2,800 there, and then Tuscumbia is only like 280 something.
Right.
But all of these make up America, and right here in Missouri, you've got it all.
We do. The good thing is with the Rock Island Trail, which I'm heard a lot of people have heard. So if you kind of get on and you see the different towns that eventually that will connect, there's usually about 10 miles in between each of those, and that would be because when they went from town to town, they had to kind of restock and get the trains going, and it just moves from town to town, and each town has its own uniqueness as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
A real true bit of history here. Okay, let's revisit now what's happening. It's the Apple Festival this Saturday and Sunday.
Yep, it'll be this Saturday and Sunday. Our vendor booths open at 9, and when we have a parade, and they last all day till 5 o'clock. And then we have a live performance at the Royal Theater that starts at 7, and that's all on Saturday. And then on Sunday morning, we have the worship service that starts at 8, and then vendor booths open at 9. And then I think they have a matinee performance at the live theater, the Royal Theater, and that starts at 3, I believe.
2 or 3, yeah.
So we have a lot to offer this weekend, and just come out and kind of take all in what all Versailles has to offer and what the festival brings to the town, and just see what's going on.
Okay, final thought.
Well, we're just really looking forward to this year, and it's just exciting. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of back behind the scenes. Whether you're working with the rural fire department, trying to get everything set up, it's a lot of work, but the thing is, we want people to come enjoy the Apple Festival.
The phone number and the website for the chamber.
Okay, so the phone number to the chamber, 573-378-4401, and that will actually ring into my cell phone. So I'm trying not to miss any phone calls there. And then you can also go on to the Apple Festival website, so VersaillesAppleFestival.com. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you, Dina.
No, thank you very much. Thank you.
We'll be back. We're here with Coach Tyler Dinsdale on the campus of the Camdenton High School. How you doing, Coach?
Doing good. Yourself?
All right, excellent. Now, we didn't connect up last week, which is okay because you guys have had a lot of games since the last time we've chatted.
Correct. Yeah, we're at 33 right now. 33 games that we've played so far this season. We got one more regular season game tomorrow, and then we start districts next week.
It's got to be really exciting.
It is. We've played a lot of games, and not that you want it to end, but the girls are kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel, seeing the regular season getting over to where now the games that we're playing, they really mean something going forward. So
Okay, the record for the fans.
we're 18-14 and 1. 18-14 and 1.
Okay, now it's kind of neat because today you had a seating meeting. Kind of explain to the people what that means and the significance for the team.
Okay, so there's 8 teams in our district. So what we do is we go in there and we talk about our record, where we view ourselves among those 8 teams, and then everybody votes on who gets what seed. So that's kind of what we did this morning. There's 8 teams, including us. There's Marshfield, Branson, West Plains, Rolla, Parkview, Hillcrest, and Bolivar.
Okay, so you probably already know where you're going to be starting that very first game, don't you?
Correct. Yeah, we got the 1 seed. We do have Marshfield. Marshfield's in our district. They're ranked 7th in the state. They got the 2 seed. Branson got the 3 seed. Rolla got the 4. Bolivar got the 5. West Plains got the 6. Hillcrest got the 7, and Parkview got the 8. So we play against the 8 seed next Thursday.
And that'll be a week from, well, that'll be the Thursday, what would that be? The 5th, that'd be the 12th.
Yes. Yep. That's when we'll play them.
Home field advantage?
No, we'll be playing at Bolivar. So all of each year they do a different host site. We wanted to put in for it this year, but we didn't get enough votes for it this year, so it went down to Bolivar. They got the most votes.
Okay, now question, if you're going to be going down to Bolivar, then for the 12th, how many more games are there, and do you kind of have a picture in your mind how the playoffs are going to look?
Yeah, we'll play, the schedule is Thursday, Friday, Monday. So there's 3 days of district play. So we go from 8 to 4 to 2 and then to 1 at the end.
Okay, so it's 3 games in each one of those? So it's
There's going to be 4 games on Thursday, 2 games on Friday, and then 1 game on Monday.
Okay, so but you will play 3 games in
Correct,
that
yes.
in that time frame,
If
and
we were to
then
win them all, we will play 3 games going forward. So that's the plan.
all right. I've talked to a couple of the gals already, and they're super excited about what's going on. And we had one, I think her name was Zoe, was it, or something and she's the slugger. And then I think there was it Carlin or Caitlin?
Caden?
Yeah,
Caden,
yeah, and she's the pitcher. How's her health doing? Because she was kind of injured there.
Yeah, we started off the season 11-0. Then she had a shoulder injury, and we kind of took a little, I wouldn't really say tumble. We had scheduled some really tough competition. I mean, we played in a tournament that had 8 teams in it, and of the 8 teams, 7 of them were state ranked. And we're just kind of getting them back. We played Kickapoo last week, which we needed to beat them in order to be conference champs or co-conference champs, and we beat them, and then she pitched that game. Last night we played Rolla. They're also a conference opponent and a district opponent, so we needed to win that game in order to solidify us being conference or co-conference champs. We did that, and Zoe hit a home run last night, and then Caden pitched in relief. So we're clicking right now. We're getting back to where we need to be. Everybody's kind of resting up and taking precautions that they need in order to get ready for the postseason play.
All right. I talked to the Osage coach, and when they hit a home run in a game, they get to keep the ball. Do you have the same type of tradition?
Yeah, we do that. I mean, depends kind of which teams we're playing against. Some are more eager to give it to us than others, and some of them really aren't that zealous to give it back. So
Now, do they sign the ball?
If if I get it, I usually write like last night. Zoe hit one. I put home run versus Rolla.
Cool.
10-3.
Yeah.
But I just usually give it to them, and if they want to write something on it, then they can write something on it. It costs me money because I have to trade out balls, so I have to give the other team another ball, though. So, but it's worth it for them.
Good stuff. Well, we're going to catch up with you next week, and then we're just going to keep our fingers crossed that you go to state and win the whole thing.
Would be great.
Thanks so much.
Hey, thank you very much.
We're here at Camdenton High School on the Ball Diamond with the Lady Lakers, and this is softball. We've got Peyton Baker with us. How you doing, Peyton?
Good, how are you?
All right. Now, this morning when I was talking to the coach and we were saying, okay, who am I going to talk to this evening? He says, you've got to talk to Peyton. And I said, any particular reason? She hit a home run.
I did hit a home run. Yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah. And now, how many feet do you know?
I'm not sure about that one, but it was a good one.
Center field, right field?
Right field.
Okay, so way over there.
Yeah.
Oh, man. And when you hit that, did you know immediately after it hit the bat, or did you have to kind of watch it a little bit?
Usually I don't know. Like I kind of have an idea, but usually I don't know right off the bat.
Do you get to keep the ball?
I do, yep. I get to keep them.
Now, there are some schools that sometimes they take it away because it costs the school money.
Yeah. I had one team who took it away from me in a tournament, but other than that, I've been able to keep all of them.
Okay, the Lady Lakers, the softball team, you guys are really hot right now because you've played like 33 or 34 games and you've got a winning record and you're the #1 seed for districts.
Yeah, it feels pretty good to be the #1 seed. It took a lot to get here, so.
You guys have worked hard. Remember your first games back in August?
Yeah, that feels like a long time ago, but it wasn't that long.
And now we're in October, and this is the final week of regulars, and then next week is districts, and you're starting playoffs.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy it's went by this fast.
You guys were kind of scoped out even in July that this is a very special team, that you could actually go the distance. Has it gone to the head of the club, or you guys remain grounded?
Yeah, we've remained grounded. The chemistry is really good between all of us, so it's kind of easy for us to work together.
Okay, what position do you play?
I catch.
All right. That's not an easy position because you actually will get maybe the plays from the coach or whatever, but at the same time, you have to translate that to the pitcher. So basically, you're quarterbacking a lot.
Yeah, me and my pitcher, we have good chemistry, so we're on most of the time.
You've got a couple really good pitchers. What about Kaden?
I love her. I mostly catch her. She's great at what she does.
How many catchers are on the squad?
We have 2.
Okay. So and you have different catchers for different pitchers. So if Caden's pitching, then you're the catcher.
Yes.
Okay. And if the other pitcher's pitching, then it might be another catcher, or do you catch for that person too?
Recently I've caught for all of them because we've had some injuries, but normally, yeah, she catches for another girl.
All right, that's really cool. Batting average, do you remember?
I checked last week, high 400s, so.
Do you think other teams fear you?
I'm in the middle of the lineup, so maybe sometimes, yeah.
Okay, districts now. The first game's going to be the 12th. You guys travel down to Bolivar. Do you know the team?
Yeah, we're playing Parkview that day.
Have you scouted them out?
Yeah, we played them in season. It was a run rule, so.
I was talking to one of your colleagues, teammates the other day, and Lebanon came up.
Yeah.
You know, about what team do you fear? And they go, well, they don't fear us because we know.
Yeah, we don't really fear Lebanon, yeah.
And the team was in the background, and you could just hear the
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think you were in the background.
That's so funny. Yeah.
It was really cool. Okay, favorite subject in school?
Recently it's been math.
Yeah, I say recently. There was another favorite subject?
Yeah, I really loved history last year, but this year it's been math.
Okay, are you a senior?
I'm a junior.
Okay, so you have one more year. So who knows what your favorite subject might be next year?
Yeah.
It might be chemistry. You blow something up.
Right, yeah.
Okay, we looked on your music device. What music is your favorite?
Around country. I like to listen to that a lot.
And you have a favorite artist.
Yeah, Morgan Wallen or Zach Bryan.
All right. It seems like a lot of people love Morgan Wallen.
Yeah, he's really good at what he does.
Okay, plans after high school.
I want to go to college, maybe play a little bit of softball, and cosmetology school or real estate.
Okay. Well, that's two different things
Yeah.
altogether. I mean, one, you can make a lot of money, but the other one could be more satisfying. But do you have an inclination either way?
Yeah, I think I just really want to enjoy what I do, so.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. Okay. What do you think the team's going to do here?
I think as long as we stay together, we'll make it far.
Yeah, everyone is rooting for you guys. We want you to go to states. We want you to take it and then bring it on back, and that'd be fantastic.
Yeah, I think this is our year to do it, so hopefully we can.
All right. Thanks, Peyton.
Thank you.
Osage National Golf Course, and that's the home for the Osage Golf Team. Got Coach Squire here with us. How you doing, Coach?
Doing great. Missed some bad weather here. We're out practicing, so it's a good day.
It really is a great day. And, you know, your team is doing so good. And I think this is last week of regular play. Then you start districts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're touching up on some of our weak areas. We're trying to focus on our short game this week, and we're taking a lot of looks over there at the Eldon Country Club where we'll be playing districts. So this young lady will be out there playing on the course a little bit today, and we have a couple other girls out there playing. So we should be prepared.
You know, I was talking with the softball coach at Camdenton, and they were seeded number 1 in their district of 8 teams. And so they're going to be going down to Bolivar, and that's where they're going to be doing their playoffs and starting with their districts. We are so blessed because your team is doing so well right now.
Yeah, I think you know, our
and it's okay to be proud of that.
I'm super proud of our girls. You know, last year we didn't have the pressure that I feel like we have this year to do good, to go out and win. But the girls are rising up under that pressure, and the thing that I'm most proud of my kids, and that also includes Alex here, is these girls are playing golf year round. They're working on their game year round, and it's paying off. And I think that's the one thing that I would tell anybody about this golf team is if you want to be good, you've got to put in the time, and you got to put in the time off season.
You know, to be loose is really special because not everybody can play loose. And if you can get to that point, all of a sudden, as you said, the pressure comes off.
And that sound a little bit like some of the stuff that we're talking about is trying to get some of that tension out, trying to simplify the swing down, because in pressure games and in districts, you want to be able to play loose, like you said.
Okay, who's our guest today?
Oh, this is Alex Beiser. She's a sophomore, and this is her first year on our team. And going forward into the postseason, she's our number 5 golfer.
Okay, Alex, you're going to be one of the next group in the squad that's actually going to be leading this because you've got 2 seniors leaving. We're talking Hannah and Sophie, and so you're going to be scooting up in there, and you being number 5 on the team is really an honor.
Yeah, India, and Kate are fairly close, so it'll be fun.
What's the best part of your game, short or long?
Right now, short.
She's got a great short game. She's a very solid short game for her first year playing. It's actually impressive.
You know, that's what they always say, you know, you drive for show, but you putt for dough, and it's that short game that hangs up a lot of people.
Yeah. I work on, the green a lot, so.
Now, is chipping okay for you, or is it putting better for you?
I like chipping better, and it's easier for me, but putting is not.
How about reading the greens? Are you good at that?
No.
Are you starting to learn? Because the coach, you've got to help them with that, you know, how to read a green, you know, and does the water affect the way that it flows?
Yeah, there's so many things that only time and experience can teach you in golfing, and you can have a great putt stroke. Oops, it was uphill and I didn't bring enough. Or I was looking on the wrong line, and you know, you just learn those things over the course of years of playing. And so being fairly new to golf, you know, I'm just continually impressed with this young lady, especially around the green.
Okay, Alex, I ask everybody the same question, and it's not a trick question, but what is your favorite subject in school?
I like English and writing, when teachers give you prompts and you just write page or so.
Now, creative writing, do you like that? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Do you hope to do something with that later?
I'm not sure. I just enjoy it, maybe.
So some people that write, they find themselves working for a newspaper or maybe writing novels or something.
Yeah. No, I probably won't write any novels, but just when teachers give you a little thing.
Okay. In your music device, what's your favorite type of music or your favorite artist?
I like Zach Bryan and the Lumineers.
I like both of those guys. Yeah. That's 2 good picks.
Wow. It seems like people in the country like Zach Bryan or that Margaret Whalen or something like that.
Yeah, Morgan.
Yeah. Morgan, yeah.
I like him too. Yeah, those are my top 3.
Yeah, it's like, wow. And it's all around all the teams around here.
Yeah, I was listening to your interview with the softball team the other day, and it was all country over there too.
Yeah. Okay. What do you want to do after high school?
I want to go to a 4-year college, and I don't know what I want to do, but just probably figure it out then.
Well, you got a couple more years in high school here. Will golf always be a part of your life, you think?
Yeah, I'll definitely play after high school too.
Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think all of these girls on this team are going to find golf's going to be a special part of their life. And you know, one thing about all of my girls is I think that as they look forward, whether they're going to go on and play in college or not, they're all great students and they're all serious students. These guys work as hard in the classroom as they do on the course, and that makes me a proud coach.
Yeah. You know, this is really a great honor that you have to play on a team like this and to have this as your home course and get to experience all these other courses around the lake because they're really beautiful.
Yeah, I like this course a lot. It's really pretty.
All right. Hey, Coach, thanks a lot.
Oh, thank you, Guy.
Thanks, Alex.
Thank you.
We'll be back. We're here on the campus of Osage High School, and it's senior night here with the softball team, and this is really cool. Lexi Dickerson, how you doing?
Doing great.
You're excited about tonight.
I am. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay. Who are the seniors that we have with us tonight?
We've got Natalie Jones, Brooke Strickler, Caitlin Jones, Chloe Rusin, Hannah Etherton, and Aubrey Ganella.
All right. Now, let's quickly, we'll go down and we'll get all your positions, okay? Your position.
Second base.
Position?
First base. Third base.
Shortstop.
I'm a base runner and center.
She had to take longer, didn't she?
Right field.
This is a cool group.
Yes, it's been a joy to have them the past 2 years, and some of them for this year, too.
You know what is so cool is that, and this shows who plays the game and who doesn't, is that right now it's all white. And at the end, if they got dirt on their pants and everything, it's like, okay, you were in the game.
Yes, we like those pretty white jerseys to turn pretty gross at the end of a game.
All right. Your team is doing so good. I was looking at and I said that last week too, but your wins and losses much improved over last year.
Oh, so much better, and it definitely shows our leadership from our seniors and them they're willing to build from last year to this year.
Okay, favorite subject in school?
Band. English. Science.
History.
Math. A+.
Okay, the question, do you have the good science teacher or the bad science teacher?
Be careful how you answer this.
There's Well, who's the one who likes science?
Me.
Okay.
I love my science teacher this year.
Is it Mrs. Claxton or is it Squire?
I have Mr. Squire this year for physics, so love Mr. Squire.
We were talking with India last week on the show, and that was the question before she got on the squad. And she goes, well, I have the good one. And he goes, oh, you have Claxton. So, all right. Man, this is really great. Okay, Richland tonight on senior night. How many more games do you have this week? Because we're getting close to the end.
Yes, we've got 2 more games after tonight, and then 1 more regular season the next week, and then we start districts.
So it's this week, then a little bit next week, like maybe 1 or so, and then districts in 2 weeks.
Yes, so districts will be at the end of next week. Our first game will be Thursday. I have the seeding meeting coming up, so that information will be coming out by the end of the week, who we play.
And you know that you're going to at least be in the first round, correct?
Yes, it's an 18 bracket, so we'll all play that first round. There's no byes.
That should be so cool. And are you gals excited about you have the long answers, so we'll wait till you to the end here. But are you excited about getting into some district play and playoffs?
I'm really excited. It's a lot of fun to travel and see all the teams.
And you?
Yeah, it's definitely fun for sure.
Yep.
Well, it's a good thing that this is TV because they see the heads nod.
Yeah. I'm excited.
All right.
I can't wait.
All right.
I'm very excited to be with all these wonderful people.
And being the base runner.
Yeah.
She's very fast.
Okay. Any final thoughts here? Because the gals are out here practicing, and it's going to be really cool.
Yeah, I just hope for a good game. We got to come out and play well, and hopefully we can come out with a win on senior night and really honor these seniors and all the hard work they've done for our program.
All right. I always ask about the music device.
Mm-hmm.
Now, do you know the music that they like? Is this Stump the Coach here? So if we started here, do you know what music she likes?
Band music.
I mean, it is musicals, and the bands do play musicals, so that's.
So you're into musicals?
I love musicals. I mean, we just like Newsies.
Oh, you mean
came from musical rehearsal.
Oh, for
so I really
Newsies?
like- Newsies is my favorite musical ever.
Okay, what about Wicked?
Love Wicked. I think Glenda is the best.
Type of music?
I like a lot of everything. I can't really pick one genre.
Okay.
I'm really into indie artists right now, some of the lesser known guys, but I really like the vibe.
Okay. You?
I like country.
All right.
Pop.
Pop.
I like Christian and country music.
Okay. Excellent. Well, a good group of gals. You wanted to say something.
Oh, I bet if you asked all of them my favorite kind of music, they would know it right off the bat.
All right. Who knows Lexi's music?
Taylor Swift. It's only Taylor Swift.
So you've been following what's been going on.
Yes. Oh, yes, absolutely.
On the campus of Eldon High School here, we've got Kaylee Lions, the coach of volleyball. How you doing, Kaylee?
Good, how are you?
All right. And you know what? A lot has happened since last time we talked. It's been a couple of weeks, and there's been a few more games, or I should say a few more matches, and some wins and maybe some losses.
Yeah, I think we have beaten Osage in 5, Southern Boone in 5. We lost to Father Tolton in 4. Who else have we played? I think that's it that we've had so far.
I'll tell you what, those 5-set matches are so much fun because everything's riding on that last and defining set.
Yeah, they both have taken 2 hours, both games of playing time. So it's a long night, but worth it when you get the W.
Okay, who's our guest? Introduce us.
This is Sydney Halderman. She is a senior for us, and she plays outside and then sets back row for us.
Well, how you doing?
I'm good.
Are you having a good season so far?
Yes, it's been very good.
Now, I know you talk a whole lot more than this.
Yes, I do. Yep, I do.
All right, tell us about volleyball. How'd you get interested?
Well, I started playing my 7th grade year because my teammates dragged me into playing, and I've been playing ever since.
Do you like being in that position, or would you rather be maybe a libero or something?
No, I like the position I'm in right now.
Okay. Does she fit that position well?
Yeah, I mean, overall one of the most athletic kids we have. I mean, with her basketball career, everybody knows that. And so setting and playing outside, I mean, she runs the court. Setting is the most important position, like back row wise, like you run the offense, and she's a point guard for basketball, so they go hand in hand, and she does a really good job.
Point guard for offense, so you must be really fast bringing it on down.
I try to be most of the time.
So when you see the opposition, when you're dribbling on down on the inbound, do you have certain people that you say, I'm going to attack here?
Yes, when there's a gap, I just go.
Okay, so now you're setter on volleyball. Mm-hmm. Do you have that same attack killer instinct?
I wouldn't say it's as good as it is for basketball since I just started setting this year, but it's getting there.
You know, you've seen setters where you think they're going to set it to someone in the backcourt to really do the kill shot, and then they do a misdirection and pop it over themselves. Have you ever done that?
Not yet. Not there yet.
You're waiting to teach her those tricks?
Well, she can't do that from the back row because then it's a penalty for we lose the point for it. But I mean, she just started setting this year. She kind of did it my first year here, so 2 years ago, but then we moved her out of that position, and then having her do it this year was kind of on a whim and just what we needed, and she stepped into the role and done a great job for us.
Okay, regular season's going to be ending here really soon.
Yeah, but we have a few big weeks ahead of us. We play, out of the next 12 days, we play 9 of them. We have 2 tournaments, our home one this Saturday, and then we go to Ozark next Friday and Saturday, which is probably one of the best tournaments in the whole state. And we start our Friday night off with Borgia and Ozark. So,
are the girls prepared for what's going to be happening after the regular season, or you don't want to get them there yet?
I don't want to get them there yet. I mean, we're really one game at a time. Like, we have Eugene tonight, so that's what we're focused on. And then it's just step by step each night. We have a new competition that we got to take care of.
All right. What's your favorite subject in school?
Health occupations.
What was that again?
Health occupations.
Oh, so what do you want to do with that? I mean, do you want to do something with that after high school?
Yeah, I want to go be a medical esthetician and somewhere in the city.
Okay, so you want to still stay around here in the Eldon area?
Probably not.
Here's another question I have not asked anybody. If you had any choice of where you wanted to live, where would you move to?
Hawaii.
You know what? I don't think you knew that.
I didn't. I knew she wanted to go to a big city, but I didn't know we were going to an island. But I'm happy for her if that's what she wants to do.
That's 6 hours offshore.
Yeah, go chase your dreams.
Go find yourself a Magnum.
Yes. That's the goal.
Okay. If we looked on your music device, what kind of music do you like?
Country, rap. Sometimes I listen to the playlist off of Rio. Disney princess songs, all of it.
When you further your career outside of high school, obviously there's going to be more schooling. Are you still going to try and incorporate volleyball or some kind of sport?
I've been thinking about basketball, but I'm still indecisive on that one. So.
Okay. Kaylee, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming.
I mean, it's so much fun to visit all these schools around the lake, and this is a nice place because it's just like down home.
Yeah, not being from here, it's definitely been welcoming, and I really enjoy it so far.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We'll be back. We're here with Madison Daniels, and she's on the team of the Camdenton Lakers. How you doing, Madison?
I'm good. How are you?
Excellent. Okay, what position do you play on the team?
I'm a DS, which is a defensive specialist.
Okay, so you then would get the ball probably fed to you from the libero then, wouldn't you?
No, I get the ball that's hit by the other team.
So you're the one getting all the digs.
Yes.
But you are allowed to get up to the front line and do some kills if you wanted to.
No, I can't do that.
So you're almost the same designation as a libero?
Yes, except for the libero can go in for the middles without it being a substitution.
Okay, but do you still wear the different uniform like the libero?
No, I don't.
Okay, but when you report in to the referee or the officials, then you have to tell them who you are, right?
Yes.
How's the team doing?
Well, we're not doing very good, but I think we'll make it, we'll turn it around, and we'll do a lot better.
Okay, you've seen the progress of the team from the beginning part of the year till now, which is about halfway.
Yeah.
And do you see some progress where the second half of the season could be better?
I do see some progress. I feel like we're talking a lot better. We're working more together as a team than we have done in the past, and I feel like it'll be a lot better.
Because it's the team play that starts to really make the difference in postseason play.
Yes, it is.
All right. What year are you?
I'm a junior.
So have you been on the team last year?
Yes.
Okay, so you know what to expect when it comes to postseason play.
Yes, I do.
All right. What is your favorite subject in school?
Science.
And why science?
I want to be a NICU nurse when I get older, so it's very interesting to me.
Wow, that's on the top of the list when it's just not a normal RN, is it?
Yeah, nope, not normal.
All right. If we looked at your music device, what kind of music does Madison like?
I'm not really sure. I listen to a lot of different types of music, like rap and pop and all that stuff. So I don't really have a favorite.
Okay. Hey, well, thank you so much for sharing on Player Profile.
Thank you.
Well, hello again. It's Coach's Corner. I've got Coach Shannon Jolley with me. We're on the campus of Osage High School. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing good today, thanks.
All right. Well, you had a great win over Hallsville on Friday night. That had to feel good.
Yeah, it's hard to let that one go. I mean, you don't see very often when you kind of put all three phases together, and I thought our kids did a really good job of executing a game plan, not just offensively and defensively, but special teams. So it was a great night for us for sure.
You mixed it up really nice as far as, the run and the pass. And as you said, special teams are all working for you. And everyone thought, okay, Osage has a good chance of winning this game against Hallsville, but a shutout to boot, I mean, that's really nice.
Yeah, they're an explosive team. They've got really good players. I've been telling everybody all week, it's kind of one of those aha moments of we felt like our kids knew Hallsville pretty well through the scouting information and stuff. And like I said, hats off to them. They really came through and executed the game plan.
And it's funny that you say that because Hallsville, they always had these great numbers, putting up 40 against an opponent or 45 against an opponent. I think it goes back to defense. The defense really worked well and did their job and gave the offense then confidence.
Yeah, I think it's a combination. When you talk about time of possession, which not a lot of high school fans and people talk about, when you have the ball a significant amount of time on offense, it's hard for the other team to score. So, maintaining a higher ratio of time of possession really affects the defense, in a positive way.
You've talked about, well, we want to do balance, and we want to mix this up, and we want to do a balanced attack. Because I often ask you, well, is it running or is it passing? But Friday night, we did see the balance.
Yeah, and I continue to talk about that, and I'm not sure everybody completely understands. When you can throw the ball in the passing game and get 10 or 15 yards in chunks, it's something everybody wants to do. But as far as the growth of our football team and understanding what their identity is, we've got 2 high-caliber backs in the backfield. Our offensive line's getting better, and balance is always what we're looking for, but at the right time. I think the problem that most people make is they try to force balance. And what I mean is they want to, hey, we're going to have 10 run, 10 pass, or we're going to try to keep it, and then that takes you a little bit out of what's working. I'm a big believer if something's working and we're averaging 5 or 6 yards per carry, that's a pretty good ratio for getting first down. So, and then you take the risk of throwing the ball out of it with the interceptions or the sacks, and it's just finding the right rhythm. But like I said, it's something I've been talking about for the last 30 years.
Okay, this is the start of a 3-game road trip to end the season, 7, 8, and 9. And this week it's Boonville. What do you say about it?
Well, I mean, they're very similar to Hallsville, but I think better in some ways up front. I feel like they've got a little bit more talent up front, and which we were able to put pressure on Hallsville, and I'm not so sure that we'll be able to apply as much pressure as we did against Boonville as we did Hallsville. But again, it's just making sure that their key offensive weapons are targeted, and that we make sure that we're around them all the time, and if anything else, make them do something different.
The spirit of the club has to be uplifted from the win last week, but I'm sure you keep them balanced overall, because they're going to have to look at Boonville and say, wait a minute, we need to attack their offense, and then we got to prevent their defense from getting to us.
Yeah, I haven't really had to do much with these guys, which is probably the biggest compliment I can give them. They come in, they've worked in a 2 and 4 football team, and still have a real high energy level and positive. But I think that's a tribute to not only our coaching staff, but the group of kids we've got. These kids understand losing so many guys last year, the uphill journey that it was going to be, and I think they've bought into my philosophy or my preaching of, like, let's see how good a football we can play by week 10. How good can we be?
All right. Any injuries that the Osage Club is suffering this week?
No, probably not any more than anybody else. Just bumps and bruises, and you get into this part of the season, and if you're not banged up a little bit, you're probably not playing very hard. So we're fortunate right now.
What about next man up? Have you had any meetings since we talked a few weeks ago about that?
Getting ready to have our first one this month and getting back. But, like I said, we've done good things. Coach Hess, our new defensive coordinator, has got a good group of guys doing some football, FCA, through Fellowship of Christian Athletes on Wednesdays, and always trying to plug those extra components of being off the field and connecting the pieces. So we're very proud of how we do that and in the manner that we do it.
All right. Well, you got 3 more games of the regular plus the bonus one, number 10 there at the end, but you got to take them one at a time.
Yeah, we'll just move on from here. And like I said, each week we'll try to get playing the best football we can by week 10, and then, I think we might be a tough out for somebody.
All right. Hey, thanks.
Thank you, guys.
That's the Coach's Corner. We'll be back. Hello, everybody. Welcome again to Tailgate Game Day. Guy Wehman along with Rick Hasty. Rick, it's been a fun and wacky weekend in the world of college football.
I know. There were some fantastic games, some unexpected strengths. Georgia about took a dip.
Yeah.
So, all in all, the season's kind of duplicating some of the stuff that the NFL's doing.
Yeah, really. Now, I believe Georgia, the number 1 seed and the number 1 pick with the AP, they're on a bye this week.
Yes.
Okay, now let's go to number 2. It's on Big Ten Saturday night on NBC. Number 2, Michigan, they're going to be in Minnesota, so they're going to be in Gopherland up there. Michigan, number 2, against Harbaugh. This should be a well-fought game, even though Minnesota's having a tough time of it so far.
Well, Michigan, quite honestly, is really idealistically ranked, at 2. They've done extremely well. Harbaugh's done a great job up there. and the players are responding to it. So, I mean, to win last week against Nebraska 45-7 wasn't necessarily a surprise.
Yeah.
But it was something I just says they did it handedly.
Yeah, and, Michigan, they almost had that national championship game last year, if you think about it, around New Year's and everything when all that was going back and forth. And so they've kind of carried on that tradition. They're still up there in that top 5.
Well, Harbaugh has done a good job, whether you like him or you don't like him. All right, the NFL is really wine and dining him, trying to get him back into the NFL. But it's something to where he's done a real good job with the program, and the program's got tremendous tradition.
Okay, let's talk about the Texas Longhorns, okay? They're ranked number 3. This should be a well-fought fight this week.
Well, it should. And
Now we're talking Oklahoma, right?
Right. We're looking at something right now that Texas got an awful lot of support for being number 1, especially since Georgia didn't necessarily drown anybody. All right. But it is something that the game with Oklahoma is going to be, all right, blood.
Well, this is the Red River rivalry. These teams do not like each other.
Nope. And it's something to where, I did a lot of work out at Oklahoma and just watching some of the games and stuff. I mean, there's a tradition, all right, of hatred for the Texas Longhorns.
Yeah, and down there in Norman, Gaylord Stadium and all, beautiful campus and everything. And I'm trying to think of where they're playing. They're playing at which stadium are they playing at? Is Texas traveling?
Yes.
Okay. So, which brings us to number 4. And number 4 is Ohio State. Now, Ohio State, they are hosting Maryland, and I hate to say Maryland, the Terrapins are going to be a walkover, but I do believe Ohio State should handle this one fairly easy.
They should. And, last week they had an off week, so they didn't play. So they got a chance to heal a little bit and work on some, special plays. All right, for this game. So I got a funny feeling they'll be primed and ready for this game.
All right. By the way, Oklahoma is traveling into Texas, and they'll be playing that at Jerry's World in Dallas. And so that's where that game is going to be playing. All right. I want to talk before we get totally out of the way here. We've got to talk about Missouri. And they're ranked number 21, and that's on down the list because I don't want us to run out of time. LSU on any other season, they would not be 23. They'd be in the top 5, the top 10, but they're way up at 23. And Missouri is actually ranked higher than LSU.
They are. Missouri's 5-0 right now. All right, tremendous job up there. LSU has actually lost 3 games already.
Mm-hmm.
And so in turn, they're still a powerhouse, but they aren't quite as good as what they had been in the past.
Okay. What about Notre Dame? Notre Dame, number 10, playing at Louisville, which is ranked number 25. Notre Dame looked so tough at the beginning, and all of a sudden they had a little bit of falling out. But I still believe Notre Dame's a good club.
Oh, absolutely. It's something where you're going to have peaks and valleys. All right. And
that's the nature of college, isn't it?
It's the nature of football. All right. And it's just sometimes, and you're just not going to bring your A game to the table, and you're going to have to end up working harder, all right, to get an ugly win. And that's what Notre Dame itself really has done.
Okay, what about this game right here? Colorado at Arizona State. We're only talking about Colorado because of Coach Prime.
Well, Colorado sat there and got way behind in the game. Everybody thought it was off, turned the TV off. Then all of a sudden they turned on the news and found that, hey, they're right back in the game.
Yeah.
They got a chance to win this thing.
Yeah, they did.
So, they made USC earn a win. All right, and that's a tremendous statement, quite honestly, because it's one of the things that Primetime, all right, wants to bestow in a lot of his players, all right, and that's never quit.
Have you noticed, and I think other people have noticed this as well, because of these games that they've played with Colorado and Coach Prime coaching them, that the recruitment value is going up with Colorado. Kids are wanting to go there.
Well,
it's a pretty place.
No, it's a beautiful place. And it's something they've had winning traditions before in the past, but they're just not in the limelight many times like USC, Ohio State, and Michigan. At that point, they're one of the better programs, all right, that's in the Rocky Mountain area.
Yeah.
But if you like to go to a beautiful campus, an unbelievable school altogether, and then also play for maybe one of the best football players that ever played the game in prime time.
And I'm sure that they're baiting it with some scholarship money here.
Yeah, you only got so much money. But the thing about it is that they can bring people on campus and they can get the ones that they want, all right, and then the others will follow.
Okay, Alabama, Texas A&M. Alabama's out of the top 10. They're number 11. But Texas A&M, these two are a rival. Okay, the Aggies, they do not like Alabama.
No, and again, this kind of goes much like Ohio or Oklahoma and Texas, Alabama and Texas A&M, Alabama and Auburn. They're always, at each other, and that's going to be a great game. That may be the best game on TV this weekend.
And it is the feature game on CBS because they have Brad Nessler and Gary Danielson. That's their A team from CBS. It's at 3:30 Eastern, which puts it at 2:30 here in the Central Time Zone.
Yeah, it'll be if you're going to pick one game to watch that game.
Yeah, I would totally agree. Okay, any other games that are on your radar that you want to talk about?
Well, the only thing that I really want to kind of mention, right, this is, I've been talking about Miami, how well that they've, been coming back, and they have. But Missouri this week is going to have to bring their A game. They're going to have to play, all right, to the best of their ability to beat LSU, no matter what the ranking is. Matter of fact, LSU is favored by 6.5. So it's one of those things that the rankings don't necessarily mean where the end is.
Yeah. All right. A couple of games that we're going to point out here. Arkansas and Ole Miss. Arkansas is a neighboring state here of Missouri. That's going to be a good game as well. UCF at Kansas. That should be another good game. And then a couple of MAC games. We've got Kent State at Ohio, and then Northern Illinois at Akron. That's in the MAC, and then there's also Bowling Green in there at Miami. This is the different Miami. This is Miami of Ohio, not of Florida.
Yep, Houston Woods area.
Yeah. So the MAC and Ball State, Eastern Missouri, Eastern Michigan. You know what is interesting is that the MAC conference still can be a competitive conference within itself.
Oh, absolutely. There's been amazing amount of coaches that have come out of the University of Miami of Ohio, all right? And so when you start looking at the tradition there, again, in the state of Ohio, they aren't Ohio State, but I can tell you one thing, they're very close to being one of the top. The one game I do want to mention, like this is Penn State this week plays Massachusetts.
Oh.
All right? And although it'll be a
trap game?
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be a game that they're going to look over because they're going to play Ohio State the next week. And that's the game, and this is that everybody wants to see. All right? But I think that right now Penn State has been running on all cylinders. They've been doing very well. But don't overlook a small school like Massachusetts.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to have fun Friday morning as we do our NFL picks on my radio show, the Ozarks This Morning, and that's always fun. And we're all kind of up there neck and neck, which is good.
Well, I like that and everything. I made a comeback maybe. I had a good college week last week, but this is something where the NFL, all right, has been very, very hard.
Yeah, it's been brutal.
To try to, determine who's going to win.
All right. We've got more Tailgate Game Day. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back. Well, that's going to do it for tonight's Tailgate Game Day. And there are going to be great games all across the state of Missouri and across the nation. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. We got the Lakers coming up, and we also have the Osage Indians on their game on Friday nights. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure that you click the subscribe button and then click the like button. That's the thumbs up. And then notify, that's the bell, and then you'll be notified of future programs. Let's now get over to the game. This is Tailgate Game Day.